Okay, so we're going to talk about the probability of an event not occurring. Okay, so here's the thing. You have an event, E. Either it happens or it doesn't happen. So if you take the probability of the event plus the probability of not the event, so it didn't happen, that together, those have to equal 1. Those are your only choices. Either the event occurs or it doesn't occur. Either you get a red card or you don't get a red card, or you either get a spade or you don't get a spade. Okay, that's how that's working. So they label it the probability of not E. The event is not happening. Okay, and together they have to equal 1. So you could say the probability of not E equals 1 minus the probability of the event. So sometimes it's easier to figure out this by figuring out not E, and then sometimes it's easier to figure out this by figuring out the probability of the event. Okay, so here we have an example. It may surprise you to see the data showing how little actual football there is in a televised NFL game. The graph shows a time breakdown in minutes for various aspects of an average 190-minute NFL TV broadcast. What's the probability that a minute of the broadcast is not devoted to game action? Okay, so game action, that's 11 minutes. Replays, 15 minutes. Commercials, 63 minutes. I thought this was interesting. Shots of players standing around, 67 minutes. Shots of coaches, the crowd, cheerleaders, etc., 34 minutes. Okay. Anyway, so if you have a minute of the televised game, what's the probability that it's not the actual football game? Okay, so we're going to say the probability of not E, game action, is 1 minus the probability of E. Now, we know the probability of E, that's 11 minutes. Game time is 11 minutes. Really, only 11. Yeah, football's kind of slow. I mean, the actual plays don't take that long. Out of the 190-minute broadcast. Okay, so that's the equation we get. Now, if we get a common denominator, so 1 is 190 over 190 minus 11 over 190, then all we have to do is subtract the 190 minus 11, and we get our answer. This doesn't simplify. How do you know that? Well, here's a good way to know it. 190 is 19 times 10, and 10 is 2 times 5. That's the prime factorization. So if 19 doesn't go into 179, and it doesn't, and 2 doesn't go in, and 5 doesn't go in, so you can't simplify it. So that's the answer right there, 179 over 190. I was going to tell you something else. Oh, you might be saying, well, why didn't you just add these up, and put that out of 190? You could do it that way. It might be easier just to do the subtraction.